Newly released from Vinegar Syndrome comes 1985's Psycho Girls, and look at that cover. Doesn't that cover offer all kinds of wonderful possibilities? Well, usually that's what Vinegar Syndrome covers do. They're there to really sell the product, and they're always fantastic, and the movies always struggle to live up to that expectations, which, yes, Psycho Girls is one of those movies. A Canadian movie from the mid-80s that is very much within the slasher, home invasion kind of genre, and it just feels very lacking all the way through it.
Sarah Tosk wasn't insane. She was beyond insanity. She left it standing at the gate.
We start off with a story about a man. He's typing his story up, click, 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 as he says, "Oh, you won't believe what happened to me," and we jump into a flashback. And we hear about a young girl that murdered her parents and was locked up in the insane asylum. Of course, we jump a number of years. She's escaped. She goes after her sister and then ends up at this man's house, where they start to torture, brutally beat, kidnap and take them to an asylum where they're going to eat them, beat them, kill them, do all kinds of weird and funky things to them.
The company has arrived.
You got people?
Mm-hmm.
You got real people?
Real people.
Are there any girls?
It feels lacking in almost every way. The performances are super broad. The 4:3 or 1:3:3 to 1 aspect ratio was just kind of not working for me at all. The asylum, the production design all felt a little bit light. It's just some things I can forgive. And in other movies I can forgive a lot as long as there's a story that's interesting. They tackle some nice aspects of it. But in this one here, they just don't do that. We jump into this trio of crazed people as they just want to brutalise and torture, and we get these kill sequences that are neither fun, inventive or unique in any way, shape or form. This is definitely jumping onto the bandwagon of movies that were coming out of the 80s, and it fails to offer anything new, which I find is a real down point of the movie. It's not to say that everything's terrible about it or it's awful. It just revels in averageness. It's got some decent gore. It's got some nice ideas that it just refuses to bring to the forefront, and it relies on tropes, blood, and not in the fun way. I didn't like the characters, any of the characters. I found the ending to be something that I rather enjoyed. I found that to be almost changed my thoughts on this one, because I thought the ending was rather surprising, rather decent, and challenged my preconceptions of where I thought it was going to go, but not enough to reinvent the entire movie to make it as much of an enjoyable ride as I thought it was going to be.
Oh God, we're never going to get out of here.
Don't worry, babe. They're all dead.
Psycho Sisters kind of let me down a little bit. I had big promises for this one. I thought it was going to be something a little bit inventive, a little bit new, a little bit interesting, tackling that home invasion, almost precursor to the kind of torture porn of the early 2000s. I thought it was going to delve into that a bit more, and it doesn't. It becomes very caricatured, silly, uneventful, almost. It has some gore. Has a surprising finale, which I really did like, but other than that, there wasn't really much to offer in this one. Yeah, the cover looks cool. That's about all I have to say about this one. I would love to know your thoughts on Psycho Girls. If you loved it, if you thought it was fantastic, please let me know in the comment box below. It's always good to get an opposing opinion, so drop it down there. If you don't like it or thought it was okay or whatever, just let me know as well. We can have a chit chat about this film. In the description box are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com, and as always, there is more content up here where you can see more of my stuff if you are interested. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.